I would say one of the hardest things about the fact that we haven't been on the road this year is that I'm riding the same trails. So today I'm gonna do something a little bit different to spice things up. I'm going to ride my gravel bike on mountain bike trails.
Hi team, I'm Sid.
And I'm Macky.
For the past 6 years, we've been racing mountain bikes professionally.
And living out of our van.
On this channel, we're sharing those adventures with you.
All of them.
So hit subscribe and join the team.
We're usually in Taos for, I don't know, maybe 4 weeks at a time, sometimes 6. So like, we get to ride everything once and it's super fun, or maybe twice, and then we go somewhere else. But now I've been riding like the same trails and I've actually really enjoyed it. It's fun to like really get to know your home trails, but it also has gotten a little bit repetitive. I'm gonna head down to Horse Thief Trails, which are just outside of Arroyo Hondo, and take my trusty RLT and just go rip around on the trails and see what it's like. The first thing I have to do is take off these tires, because while I probably would survive riding mountain bike trails on those tires, it would be a little bit sketchy. So I'm gonna put on some cyclocross tires, the Vittoria Terrenos. I've got a 31, which I'll put on the back, and a 38, which I'll put on the front.
All right, hit 52.8, yeah! The one downside of riding all the way out here is before I even get on trails, I have climbed 270 feet and descended almost 1,300, which means after doing the loop, I have to climb 1,300 back to the house. But it's good for me, you know? Builds character. That's what they say, at least. So obviously this trail is pretty straightforward, but once we get on the main loop, there are definitely some sections I'm nervous about. There's nothing crazy technical, but there are some really steep, loose climbs, which, well, and loose descents that, well, they could make things interesting, let's just say. Oh man, this section is so much fun. Woo! I gotta say, these tires were definitely the right choice. It would not have been this much fun on slick tires, because I actually can lean into the corners some, which is great. Whee! All right, I'm getting close to the top of the first, well, really the main descent that I'm worried about, because It's super loose, super tight turns, and yeah, I'm on skinny tires without a dropper post. And it's really rocky. All right, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Nice. Well, I'm definitely finding that I'm being more conservative in the corners, specifically, and braking earlier and harder than I would on a mountain bike. And I probably could do a little bit less braking, but I'm not feeling quite confident enough yet to try that. Maybe by the end of the ride. The other noticeable thing is that I keep forgetting, because this bike handles so well, that the tires are so much smaller. And then I've hit rim a couple of times on rocky sections. And so far, I have not flatted, knock on wood, but that's one thing that I have to stay aware of, because if I hit too hard on a rock, it will, yeah, it'll definitely flat. And I'd like to avoid that. All right, here's the switchback climb. So far, it seems a little bit less loose than usual. I'm thinking maybe we had a lot of traffic on these trails this weekend because it was Labor Day, and that helped solidify things a bit. But yeah, I'm only 2 switchbacks of like 7, so it could get worse. It's hard when the rocks are so big compared to the poor little tire. All right, not as bad as I thought. Turns out this bike is ridiculously capable and actually feels really good on this stuff. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh man, apparently this last climb was the loosest of all. Okay, I think I made it, but there might be another section. All right, successful loop. Yeah. For any of you who are getting tired of your trails, I highly recommend trying some underbiking. Go pop on a bike, a different bike than what you're used to riding. Go out, explore, have fun. It totally changes the feeling of the trail. It makes it feel like a new trail. And now I've got about 45 minutes of climbing to get back to the house, 1,300 feet or so. So I'm gonna settle in, go do that. See you guys in this video right over here. And in the meantime, don't forget to be more awesome.